It's so exciting to have this first round of sharing this morning. That's what we're all about today, is sharing our stories for the National School Redesign Showcase. So this is just a very brief situating us, okay? How did we get here today? Well, you may remember you made a team of students, teachers, leaders, family members, community members, et cetera, whomever. You decided who would be your contact person. You committed to engage in some design sessions, synchronously or asynchronously. And then today is the day where you're going to share your experience that has brought you to where you are right now. And then we're going to be coming together in real life. On March 31st, we'll fly into Washington, D.C. And then on April 1st, we'll share in our formal setting. Okay. So we had offered 2 ideas for things you might want to explore more deeply. One of them was this idea that humans are hardwired for connection. And that invitation was about experiences that allow for genuine connection within and around the school community. The other idea that we offered was knowing that pathways to adult success are what allow us all to have agency. Some people might want to co-design some experiences that allow each school member to come to know what potential pathways might speak to their passions or their ikigai that we talked about. Or we said you could do make your own. You did not have to do one of those 2. So now is the time to hear from you guys and hear your stories. So we're not doing a connection circle today because we're going to hear from all the voices today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to ask if there is a team that would love to volunteer to go first. Health leadership, would you be willing to go first?
Yes, we would be willing to go first.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself. You guys can share your screen if you need to, not share your screen, do whatever you like. Okay.
All right, so hello everyone. My name is Lisa Ortiz, and I have my amazing students here with me, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves and take the floor.
Hello, my name is Dre.
My name is Jaden.
My name is Leslie.
And this is kind of our presentation, so I'll get us started over here. So this paper right here, it's kind of hard to see, but this is like our ikigai. So basically we have like our school ecosystem right here. You have the arrows coming in, then you have all the negative things coming out here. So I'll try to get that a little closer. And so we basically built off all the negative things in our school's ecosystem. And we basically tried to come up with like solutions to those problems. So we took like negative things that students would say about school, like if schoolwork was too hard, and we tried to come up with a solution as a community to try to fix that problem. And I'll pass it over to my teammates here.
The title of our project is Illumination, and we chose this title because it means the definition that we gave it was bringing light. So bringing light to not only our school, but the community and everyone within our community.
And here we have our storyboard. It's called The Significance of Education. And here you can see we have a few items here. And we originally had the inspiration to get these items from the We Are the World song, from the lyrics of the 1980s song, just about like community and diversity and all that. And even here, we have this paper that explains how these quotes and items, how we can connect them to our school community. And yeah, so, and here for example, the first one, we have coming together. And when it comes to coming together, we have like more hands-on learning, like more fun teaching ways. and just a welcoming environment for all of our cultures and community. And also for building connections, there we have one-on-one support, we have everyone collaborating together, and just like strengthening like relationships throughout the school so that we can all like, come together. And we also have We Are the Future Professionals, like for when we have more internship opportunities, more service learning and field trips, and just things like that. And another quote we have is we together, we make brighter days by making a school better, like having a better environment for all students and all staff and everyone, just in general, and helping out the community to make it safer so that all staff and students they feel comfortable in our community. And another quote we have is there's a time when we must come together as a whole, like for example, hosting community events, coming together as a school, and organizing fundraisers just to like when it comes to like the community as a whole, like including like administrators, parents, staff, students, and all that. And another quote we have is saving our own lives. And when it talks about that, and like we're talking about education, so it's like not falling behind on your schoolwork and focusing on credit recoveries, just so that you don't fall behind. And another quote we have is if we believe there's no way we can fall by using restorative justice, like our circles, our community circles, and just creating a supportive community in general. And one of our most important quotes is we are the world, which can mean like having a diverse community with different cultures and leading students to have a successful future. And one of our last quotes is we have a choice to make. And when it comes to that one, we can set a positive example to inspire and guide future generations. Yes.
Okay. We also created a survey to get feedback from our students here at school. We have one of our surveys now, and we're going to be making another one. But just some of the questions are, as a student, what causes you to lose motivation during school? What causes you to fall behind on your schoolwork? How can you make school environments more positive? Why would a student disagree with teachers and staff? What is an issue that you feel disrupts your classwork time? How can staff and teachers better support you? How can we bring everyone together for a safe academic and trustworthy environment? How challenging do you find the classwork in all your classes? Do you feel that the lessons are engaging and challenging enough for all your classes? And then what would you like to see more of during class? So it's just a quiz to, to answer some of the negative things that happen in school environments and things that we need to work on as a school, including teachers, administration, staff, parents, everyone. But yeah, that's just our quiz to gain more feedback from our school. And this was our presentation. Thank you.
You guys did an amazing job of giving us the gist of what you are doing. I love that you use the stock and flow diagrams, right? And I love how you looked at things that drain what you wanted in the stock, right? And you use that to help you to create, and just love the We Are the World as your umbrella. You did that so amazingly. We would love if there are any comments or questions for our friends at Health Leadership. We have about 5 minutes to open the floor for that.
Hi, I think we have a question.
All right. Hello, my name is Tatiana. I was wondering how many students participated in your guys' survey, because we have a survey of our own and we're just trying to get a statistic on that.
As of right now, it's 4 students that contributed to making our
So there is approximately almost 300 students that participated in this survey within the entire school. The very first survey that they did, so this is the second one that we're talking about, but the first one they did was at the fall. And that one was close to about 500 individuals. The reason being is the students involved parents, community members, staff, and students. So there's a variety of different of information getting from different angles as well.
I think that Rogers Middle School has a question. I see a hand up.
You had a question?
I'm in Ortiz.
Nice and loud.
Hi, I'm in Ortiz. Does the link work for all students? Do they have access to the computers that they have, like in the school?
So was it offered to all the students in the school, or were there a select case study that you were using? Grade level?
No, it was offered to all of our school.
To every student.
Yeah, it was offered to every student in the school.
It was offered to every student in the school. Also, it was given to every advisor to distribute it out and have every student in their advisory classes complete the survey for us. So that's why we got the information. The very first one, it was during our fall festival, and all of our students that are part of the John Hopkins were out there greeting individuals, and it was a handwritten one. That one was a handwritten one. It was very old school and had questions. And so every parent at that time was able to that participated in the fall festival, answered the questions. That one was very specific to DBT skills and restorative justice skills. And this one is, as Jaden was reading a while ago, is very specific of the learning environment within the school and within the home environment, also how we can collaborate.
May I offer, if you have questions when you were out there in real life, in the outside catching people and doing your handwritten survey, those would be great visuals to include on one of your posters. I mean, that's really outreach. We have time if there's one more question or comment.
In chat, Tara said that she's wondering what the response rate might have been in the survey. I know we know how many, but I wonder if she's wondering percent.
I think maybe people got a little confused because they're just starting their second survey and they had an initial survey too. So I think maybe we might have, oh, so now I think Tara has modified her question to be, what is the biggest surprise learning so far? So that'll be our last question for health leadership. What is your biggest surprise learning so far?
So if I may jump, you guys want me to jump in? So if I may jump in, so based on, to kind of go with both questions of how she reworded it, as Leslie was talking about and how they went from their inspiration from the song from the 80s, We Are the World, based on the stuff from the original first survey with the restorative justice and the DBT skills, the questions on there after they went through it all. A lot of these on their map, where's their map? Their map where they were the drain pipe map, a lot of that information came from there. So with that, tying that into their next survey with the questions more in depth within the learning environment within the school. So looking at the broader perspective of a really understanding from the original first survey is, does anyone understand what does DBT stand for? What does restorative justice stand for? How does it entwine with their education, not only within the school, but within the whole community and also for the future of their students? So that information, the information that they got was really detailing and really getting them to understand from the first survey, the information they got was, how can we collaboratively come together? Because there was a huge gap on that collaboration and how the learning environment, how it all ties into every part of every aspect and for the future. I hope that answered.
Thank you, Lisa. And then we just had one more in the chat for your team. And this is if there's a way that it makes sense. And that was, was there any overall trend in the feedback from parents and guardians? Was there anything that parents and guardians, it came up particularly often or common or loudly?
So, the things that we got were a lot of the parents didn't know the meaning of restorative justice. And it wasn't just with the parents, it was with, our staff and stuff like that. So with our students, and also how, education collaborates. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. Can we give them our appreciation for being willing to be first, and awesome job. We're going to be looking forward to hearing and seeing more when we get to Washington, D.C. All right, we are going to be now looking for a second team who may be willing to. Oh, I yes. Why? How about if you will be second?
Are you talking to us? Sorry.
Yeah, who?
Mark Armio, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, we can go after.
So Rios, if you guys wish to share your screen, you can. If you don't, that's fine. And we can see most of you. You're kind of all, that's good. We can, yeah, we can. If I can figure it out, I can pin you if I figure out how to do that.
Thank you, Abby. Can you hear me okay? Can you all hear me? Okay. Sorry, we're on a big Promethean board and I'm not used to using Zoom on it. I am Rios. I am one of the co-facilitators of the Mark Armijo Academy design team. And these are some of the opportunities that our students kind of self-selected and that we kind of co-collaborated with them on that they would like to kind of cover as their roadmap to success this year. So I'm going to have the students take it away, and we're going to start off with Abby Acosta. Yeah, you can step on in, sure.
So hi, I'm Abigail, and I just wanted to kind of talk about what led me to my pathways to success. So last year I was on the design team as well, and being on the design team, I got multiple opportunities to present my elevator pitches that we worked on in this project, and I got a lot of opportunities to public speak. And the most important, we got to present our project about agency in DC, which gave me so many opportunities that helped me learn so many more skills. And on the bottom here, I have my goals for the future. So I would like to go to college and major in music education to become a music teacher and continue my studies with music theory and performance. And I would just like to earn my degree in teaching to become a music teacher. And on the side here, I wrote what led me to my pathways of success. So a big advocate for that was my job experiences. I am the student instructor here for our mariachi program. I work as an assistant to a violin teacher at a music program. And internships, I was able to do internships here throughout my school, which gave me a lot of opportunities to interact with young kids, interact with adults, and just my peers. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys.
Okay, and next we will have Santiago Cardoza, who's a freshman.
Hello, my name's Santiago Cardoza. I'm a student at Mark Armijo. I'm a freshman. And for mine, I'm talking about my future for this one. And for my future, I would like to become a marketing manager. And I feel like for me, it gives me a better feeling for a work environment. And I would like to I would like to help and organize to raise awareness for products and services. And I would also love to do it because a good source of income and doing a career that contributes to helping services and great for who I really am. That's really what I have to say.
Would you just share about maybe one next step for you in terms of your pathway to success, what you're interested in, like a shadowing?
Currently I'm still thinking about that. I don't really know yet.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, and next we have Caitlin Jones. So, yeah, Caitlin's gonna go, and then you're after that.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Chavez, and I'm still on the redesign team this year, and I want the opportunity to share my elevator pitches and I got multiple opportunities to do public speaking. I also have opportunity to go to DC this year. And as for my next step, I would enjoy to go on college tours, and my plan it could be a nurse or SL interpreter. I also think it would be a great opportunity for me so I can practice my public speaking. And that way I could get multiple opportunities to attend different colleges and help other people in need.
Thank you. And then now we have Oscar Guzman.
Hi, my name's Oscar Guzman. I'm in the 10th grade. I've done in the past, I've been able to speak public speaking in middle school and high school last year. I learned how to write a professional email on my pathway to success. I want to be a U.S. Senator for the state of New Mexico. My next step is to become an assistant to a U.S. Senator for the state of New Mexico, and I want to go to college for political science and business law.
Would you mind sharing about one next step for you in terms of those things on the right? Yeah.
Public speaking, I know I want to become a U.S. Senator, so I know I'm gonna have to do a lot of public speaking. I kind of have experience, but I would like to have more because I kind of stutter in the beginning.
Thank you. And now we have Natalie. Yeah, you can just share it on the screen.
Hey, I'm Natalie and I'm a sophomore. I am very committed to school. I love school. I try to do my best. I love being involved in anything I can. I hope to be my version of successful. I was thinking of having a post-graduation, like I was thinking of having a job post-graduation while I look more into like what I want to study. So during the time I've been like at this school, I've been in the YCC internship.
What's YCC?
YCC is Youth Conservation Work. It's like an internship where students can learn more about the environment and then help like with whatever we can during like around the school, landscaping and learn more about nature. During the internship, I have learned about working hard and like having an actual responsibility. I love talking, but my teachers have helped me enhance my public speaking skills. Before, I would used to be so shy and like never got to tell everyone my ideas. What I would like to accomplish is career exposure. I would love to see what kinds of different careers there is to consider. I do have a few careers in mind, like becoming a lawyer, but I feel like there is a lot of different careers that I feel like I would like. Maybe even more, but I don't know.
Thank you, Natalie. So yeah, that's just a little brief overview as to what we've done so far and some of our next steps. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Rios. Thank you, Mark Armillo. we have a little time. I'm just trying to remove our pin, and I'll have you guys stop sharing so we can see your faces a little better. And then we'll have some time for comments or sharing. Do we have any comments or sharing for our friends at Mark Armillo?
I have a sharing, if you'll allow me to indulge for just a second. And I just want to express my hope and well wishes to all the students at Marco Mijo. But I want to shout out to Abigail, because I went to college for music and studied music. My side job, my night job, if you will, has been a professional musician for the past 40 years. So I really connected with your story. I want to give you a big thumbs up and best wishes for your pathway to music. I think it's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Can you tell me what a fuse maker is?
I can share a little bit more about that. So the fuse maker is part of like this space where students can design literal prototypes, do kind of like woodwork, all kinds of different activities in a space at the local community college. So eventually we want to have a tour of that space so the students can gain some exposure to that opportunity. So it's like a maker space where people make all kinds of things.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for Mark Armillo? I see that you guys have expanded your team quite a bit from last year. It's really, really amazing to get to hear what you're doing, and especially to hear so many people paying it forward from last year, including additional students. And just want to say we're really, really looking forward to seeing you in Washington, D.C. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or comments for Mark Armillo, next up is going to be Will Rogers.
Hey, we're representing. We're from Will Rogers College, High School, and Middle School.
So today we are gonna talk to about like why we do this and like what our program does, like
How does that help sixth graders?
and like the people that we're doing this for. So should we introduce ourselves?
Yes, I think you should introduce yourself.
So I'm Sohana Evans, I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Cynthia Mondragon, and I'm also in 8th grade.
I'm Abigail, and I'm also in 8th grade.
My name is Lola. I'm also in 8th grade.
My name is Allie, and I'm also in 8th grade.
My name is Payne, and I'm also in 8th grade. My name is Bryce, and I'm also in 8th grade.
Let's go first.
So first, I want to talk to you about why we have this program in the first place. So, one of the reasons why is because every year we take a panoramic survey, and one of the top like answers or whatever it was like students are missing like a sense of belonging in the school. So we want to help them. We want to help build like relationships. So like we want to help them feel more comfortable and like being able to feel like they belong in school and stuff. So like we want to be able to connect with like the 6th grade students. Like we want to
help them feel more comfortable and help give them a sense of belonging, because sometimes sixth graders don't feel like they belong here. And
So, like, when we did the survey, a lot of people said that they didn't feel like they belonged. And what we want to do with Rippers Rising is we want to go into these 6th grade classes, and we want to like make connections with these 6th graders to make them feel like they have a person to talk to make them feel like they are way more comfortable and like wanting to come to school and wanting to like be able to talk to people and feel like they belong at the school.
So how are you doing that? Let somebody else talk, Lola. How about somebody else on our team?
so the way that we're doing that is we'll go into like sixth grade classrooms and we'll like engage with them more throughout small groups so we can help them feel more like safe and like secure. We'll ask them questions. We'll try to get to know a little bit about them. They'll know a little bit about us to get them more comfortable with eighth graders being in their classrooms.
Basically like a family bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we want to be able to build relationships with them so they can feel comfortable. Because we know like sometimes they might not feel comfortable talking to us because we are like the older kids in the school. So like they might not really feel comfortable talking to eighth grade, but we want them to know like you can say hi to us in the hallway, like you can talk to us about it, like we're your friends.
An upcoming event that we have going on here soon is the 5th grade tours. During these tours, we're gonna be touring them around the Will Rogers campus, the annex, and the main building. We'll be showing them where their math classes will be, the art classes, all the classes that they could be interested in. We will also show them the football stadium, and we will also show them all the sports activities in case they have a interest in any sports. And
School activities too.
yeah, we also have an option for after school activities if they want to do that as well.
So why are you all the ones touring them?
Yeah, so whenever they have the option to go to a certain high school, if they come here, we would want them to know where to go and know where the next step would be. If they want to, let's say they want to do football, we can show them where they would sign up for that and where the football games will take place.
And we also like, I feel like if like as students, like if us touring them, like I feel like it can help them like so when if they come here next year or if they choose to, they'll like at least know one person like they can talk to if they don't like really know anybody. Yeah.
And what are we hoping this will do? What is our future outcomes?
We're hoping that us pushing into the classes and them getting comfortable with us, that they have a sense of belonging and they feel like they have someone to talk to and they don't feel alone at some point in time. And we hope to make them comfortable and get used to Will Rogers, them being new goes for the 5th graders and the 6th graders. So that way they know, okay, I feel comfortable here. I have people to talk to. I really want to say it.
Yeah.
We're also hoping for the paranormal test.
Panorama. You got it, panorama.
The panorama.
Keep going, Peyton, you're good.
We're hoping for those responses to come out that they're more safe and they have more of a sense of belonging in the school.
Does anyone want to talk about how it's impacted you?
Doing the panorama test and me answering questions on my personal opinion makes me feel like I can give my feedback, even though I'm not in 6th grade, I can still give my feedback so that way people know that, okay, I like being at the school and I enjoy having friends at the school.
What are you talking about, like being in?
Yeah, like, so how does it impact you working with younger kids?
So it kind of helps, like I'm able to like build more relationships with like these kids and I'm like being more social, I'm more comfortable talking to them now. Like I feel like I actually have a relationship, like I don't know, it helps me with social speaking or
Social interaction.
And more opportunities.
And that also gives me a chance to build confidence and getting used to other people as a whole. It's helping me so far. It's helping me build more bonds with other students in the school. And it's also helping me like learn how to bond more and like learn other like personalities.
And
I think for me that like being able to make other people feel comfortable just like makes me happy because like I feel like sometimes people don't feel like they have anybody to talk to and I feel like this is a good program that we're doing.
Yeah. Outreach. Yeah.
Allie, final thoughts?
Well, basically it's like making like it's like the question of like what I making children.
Yeah, so like has it changed like your sense of belonging? at Rogers? Has that made an impact on you? I know that our goal is to make that sense of belonging for those sixth graders and then to improve that. But has this group and changed your sense of belonging, your idea of your sense of belonging here at Rogers? Allie, what do you think?
It did change a lot since my belonging. I felt more like I belonged in here in the as I more interact with other people and other students. I felt comfortable with being myself out proudly and being public about myself and not being afraid of who thinks of what. And so, and speaking to like younger kids and, you know, showing them how they can feel respected with other people who are much older than them and have somebody there for them makes me feel more like,
Role model.
basically a role model.
Yeah.
That helps us build courage and leadership, and it gives us an opportunity to develop social speaking, and so we're not as nervous as we usually are, and we have opportunities that can help us expand what we want to do and our social goals and stuff.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything to add before we? All right.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your sharing. Let's see who might have some comments or some questions for Will Rogers. And we have a hand up. Oh, it's a thumbs up. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's hard to tell which is which. And you can say a comment too. It doesn't have to be a question.
So I just wanted to add that I think they did an amazing job and very detailed, and you can tell it's very much student-led, and I'm very proud of them, and I look forward to hearing more about it in DC.
Hi, we have a comment.
Hi, I just want to tell you guys, like, you guys are very pristine sounding for like your guys' age. It's amazing.
Yeah, I want to echo that, being eighth graders, that you guys are all very impressive. And we were kind of mentioning amongst this group that y'all are definitely building leadership skills and a lot of other, very valuable, essential skills in doing that program that you're doing. And it's very similar to the skills that we see our students in leadership positions, at the high school. So good job.
I want to share a few comments that are in the chat for you. Eighth graders rock. Thanks for caring and wanting your sixth grade peers to be connected. It's great to hear the change happening at a middle school. Student voice is vital in our future educational settings. And I just love where you were going, especially toward the end, and I hope you will include it in one of your visuals in your presentation about the inside changes in the way you see yourselves and your identity, because that is so powerful. Wonderful, wonderful job. Thank you so much for sharing your preliminary information with us. We're excited. And now we're going to turn it over to Las Montanas. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Mark or Mio have a hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I love it too. I think that's something that isn't as prevalent as it was when we were in school, where we just went to all our neighborhood schools and we knew people. And so you guys are really doing something powerful and connecting with those kids. And like Cass said, just really good leadership skills. So I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to turn it over to Las Montanas.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kaz. I know Miss Claudia is on the line as well. We're the facilitators for this design team. And I'm just gonna throw it right to the students and let Grace introduce herself first.
Hi, my name is Grace Ayala. I am in Enlace, and we would help a lot of others in the school. And most of the students here sitting with me are also in Enlace or in a different setting that does represent Enlace. And we're more of leadership skills and like how to make the school better and a lot of things like that. It's like student government, and my pathway, I am in education and I also do near peer. I love education because I love to teach little students. I would love to be a better teacher than what I had growing up, and like I just want to be different. I want to be more exciting about school and give them a different experience than what I had. And thank you.
Hello, my name is Tatiana. I am in Enlace as well, and I'm in the media visual program. Right now, we are just focusing on making our school more aware of stuff that's going on in our community. We've made a renewal video that helped us, get renewed with our charter. We're very proud of that. And we do a lot to represent the school, and I'm gonna pass it on to Johan.
Hi, my name is Johan. I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm in the construction pathway. Um, and in the construction pathway, we're building a home ed house. It's giving me hands-on experience on how to do the electrical, the plumbing of the house, and everything else. And I'll pass it on to Andrew.
I am Andrew and I'm in the business pathway, and also I am a BPA member. When in our business pathway, what we do is we build communication, teamwork, and we basically my bad.
Competitions.
Oh, and then our BPA, which is short for Business Professionals of America, we are doing competitions where we won. Well, we didn't win, but we got placed to go to the next competition, which is in Albuquerque. And then now,
Want to talk about the relaxation cafe?
oh, one.
Sure.
Design.
Our prototype right now is we're working on the relaxation cafe. Our relaxation cafe is a space where students can feel connected and just overall at peace in school. We call it a place to breathe. It brings, just a lot of light and communication in our school. It's one of the main focal points. When someone walks in, they're like, oh my God, you guys like have that? It's so cool. A lot of people like find that as like a substantial part of our school. It's just what our school has been focused around now, and that's our prototype, to bring relaxation cafes in space where students can just breathe into other schools. You guys wanna?
Survey.
Yeah. Johan, Grace.
So for our prototype, we wanted to make sure what the students' input was as well. I mean, we can't assume what we think or what we see. So we did put out some surveys that we are going to be releasing soon about what their experience has been with our relaxation cafe. Like, have they used it? What do they think about it? What are some things we can improve? Because our cafe is like somewhere to just take a break around school. I mean, school could be stressful sometimes. I mean, there's times where you just want to sit down, maybe get your mind off of it and students could use it during their lunch or when they need to step out of class. They could just go down to the cafe. There are some activities like our coloring books. We have some puzzles and things that people just want to have a little bit of a break and a clear mind setting. And so, yeah, we also have another survey for teachers. We also want to get them a mini lounge so they can also relax as well and release because they're teachers grading a lot of stuff and like sometimes they're behind on like, I wish I had that as well. That they have somewhere to go for lunch or they also might need to step out for a second and go to their own
planning period.
yeah, planning period as well. I just see them in the classroom all sad and alone. And I'm like, imagine they had a place to go to relax. I mean, a massage chair or somewhere to go. Yeah.
The
That's very kind, Grace. I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's very kind.
Grace is basically explained all of it all.
Yeah, I think we've communicated our, everything we need to communicate, Miss Linda.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for sharing where you are in your journey. It sounds very, very amazing. And we're going to hold a space for people to ask questions or offer comments to your team.
We actually have one more item, if you don't mind, before we get to the question.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said
No, that
that.
was our fault. I said we were done, but the kids reminded me there's one more thing that we
Alright.
did want to share with you all.
So we have done a shadow experience in staff of our school. So I would like to pass it on to someone who I haven't heard speak, Andrew.
Yes, well, we did a shadow experience I did a shadow experience of my business teacher, Miss Hernandez, and my science teacher, Mrs. Arnerson, my bad. And yeah, and what I experienced was that there was a lot of kids that weren't really. Well, there was a bunch of kids that were doing their work, but some of them were either on their phones or sleeping or just focusing on something else, which that's the main thing that I really focused, that kids were having, the kids were having trouble in our classrooms. And you want to take it from Miss Hernandez? Because we did the same.
I did Mrs. Arneson, we both did Miss Arneson.
Oh, yeah.
What was something you saw?
So for Miss Arneson, I also shadowed her along with our enrollment lady, Miss Leslie. She's a very kind woman. From what I saw in Mrs. Arneson's class, because I did witness her SLC and one science class along with her planning period. So during her planning period, she was just very focused on getting everything situated and prepared for her SLC and her next science class, because as many teachers can understand, it's a very stressful environment for not only students, but teachers alike. In her SLC, she's very kind with the kids. She's very generous. And during her science class, she's a very
talkative.
Yeah, she's a very talkative woman about her subject because she loves what she does, and it's very enlightening seeing it from not a student's perspective, but as someone who's in her shoes. It's enlightening to see someone who actually cares about what they do.
Good. All right, thank you. Thank you all for rounding that out. Now we can take questions or comments, Linda.
There are so many comments and questions for you guys in the chat. So I'm going to work backwards. The first one is, how did the teachers respond when you asked them if you could shadow them? Did anybody decline?
No, they were very open to the experience.
I feel like it's exciting for them. Because they want students to see what they do as teachers. And I think of it, well, if that's fair, let's go ahead and see what your life is and see how teachers work things around and everything. They enjoy it when we observe them. They also talk to us as well about what their routines are, and it's a good side view of their life as a teacher.
Thank you. The next one is, how do students get permission to go to the relaxation cafe?
Right now you can just ask your teacher if you can step out and clarify that you're going to the relaxation cafe. You check in with our front desk lady, Miss Amy, and just pretty much stay there for 5 to 10 minutes and then head back to class.
And I think when we talked in our one-on-one, am I right? You guys are exploring that a little more deeply too. Am I right? Okay, and another follow-up to that one is, how do students feel about the relaxation cafe? In what ways do they feel that it helps them?
So I have our survey pulled up right here. Many students feel as if the cafe is a focal point, like I said, of our school, and just who like it embraces like how much our school cares about students' mental health and overall just very open to the experience of students aren't just students, they're people.
It helps them clear their mind off of things that are troubling them at home and other problems in their life. And we also have a little gym, right?
Yeah.
A little gym that we have for the students that they can also, they can walk on the treadmill if they feel like, some people like me, if like they feel nervous or have stuff going on, they like to walk around and, you know, explore and all. We have that in the cafe as also, so they can also calm down and take a breather, basically.
One of the responses of the survey I personally liked, it was before last year, our cafe, like our cafeteria was just very empty and bland, and no one liked it. No one wanted to eat lunch there. Everyone was going off campus. So we changed that and we made it a place where students can enjoy eating lunch and enjoy being there for the amount of time we are in there. We have to make it worth it.
It also brings other students together as well. Instead of having problems in our school,
Like separation,
yeah.
it's more isolated without our cafe. Because last year we did not have one, and it was more like isolated. Like everyone went to the little areas of the school. Some would probably just sit in the cafeteria, but it wasn't very full. Some people just went outside. So this cafe kind of like helped our school a lot, you know. And our goal of this is really to start normalizing cafes. Because a lot of schools do not have a place to go where students need to, you know, have a clear mind and everything. So we're proud of our cafe and we want to make it better.
It allows community in a school.
Thank you guys so much. And this is the last one that's in the chat. Would this team be willing to host a team of students from a school in your area so they could see what it looks like and feels like to have a relaxation cafe?
Definitely. We're actually going to other schools to check out their spaces. So we'd be happy for other schools to come and check out ours.
All right, well, wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. I think we have one more team to hear from, and that is the team in Boston. Anna, is your team ready to share?
Yes. You're
Yes.
ready.
Thank you so much. Great job.
Miss Linda, would it be
Yes.
possible if we could, my students have some, they'd like to say a few things in connection with the last school that just real fast, if we could, please?
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I did not see you.
That's okay. That's okay.
So something that resonated with us was the need for there to be a space where someone can go if they needed like a breathe. Because our school has a mindful movement room, which is also known as the Lala room. And it's a nice dark room. There's bean bags, couches, stuff like that, just fidgets, things where you can just a place where you can just go to relax and take a breather, and that's for everyone. So we really liked that idea of you guys including that. Did you?
Another thing that resonated is like how that school had like those like groups, cause it's also pretty similar to our school, cause we also have like groups like that called like DECA and Faces, right? And all that. So I really like how that school has those type of things too.
Yeah, I liked how you guys said that you guys have like a little gym for students, because we kind of have like little area for students to go here too, so that really like stuck with us.
Overall, you guys did really great.
And I just want to add, well done. What I really enjoyed was also the connection, like from your school to our school as well, just as my students mentioned. But one of the other things too is when you were asked the questions, you were able to answer them very professionally, very in depth, and really understanding the material that you have been researching on within the surveys. I was very proud of you for all of that. Well done.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Great job. And now we're headed over to Boston. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
We are on. Hi, everyone. It is a modified schedule day for us, and it's an eventful day for the community. Therefore, our students are not able to join us, even though they really wanted to. So it is the three of us here representing and sharing with you about the prototype for our reimagined design. We're going to touch base on different points.
So just to give you guys an introduction to who we are Community Academy. We are an urban alternative school with an emphasis on SEL practices. Our goal is to provide our kids with a holistic education. So not just culturally informed instruction, but also, a sense of community, belonging, trust, and ideally through providing our kids with a robust community, they'll be able to have better life outcomes as a result. Ms. Jackson is going to speak on our students really quickly to just give you a sense.
Hi, I'm Ms. Jackson. I just want to talk about the community of students that we serve. We have a very transient population. So students are assigned to our school for all different types of reasons. And they come to us with many different challenges. So as Mr. Grant said, we are trying to tap into their genius because they've been sent to us and they have different challenges. They come with like a sense of with the sense that they don't belong. So we really try to tap into like their strengths, the power that they can bring and that they can contribute to our community, considering whatever reason they were assigned to our school, i.e. chronic attendance, code of conduct issues, DYS placements. So 100% of our students come like that. And more than 50% of our students have an individualized service plan. So where it's really important for us to have these social emotional learning practices embedded in our daily routines. And also just to give the students a place to make them feel like that we want them here, considering that they may have come from somewhere where they feel like they were not wanted. So that's those are the type of students that we serve, and they're amazing and brilliant.
Yeah. And so there was a young lady from Las Montañas that said, they're not just students, they're people, something along those lines. And that is kind of like the cornerstone of what we try and the environment we try and foster here, right? And so essentially what we have in place are, it's basically like a suite of SEL practices or SEL benchmarks, or however you want to phrase it. But a suite of SEL practices that we ground our, like just day to day. And Ms. Angelou can speak on some of what we do here currently, and then we'll talk about what we could potentially do in the future to further the outcomes for our students.
So when we met with our students, there is a student government that Ms. Jackson is actually leading, but when we met with them, we did administer and came up and administered empathy surveys, and a lot of the questions were around self-perception, sense of belonging, interaction, peer-to-peer interactions, staff to student interactions, and the sense of belonging was one of the big areas we zoomed in on. 3 of the students who were part of our team really wanted to highlight authentic connections and building authentic connections and what this would look like. And it really ties to the big principle of our school, which is holistic healing. And when we look at the holistic healing, our students outlined the connection to our roots, the connection to self, the connection to our school community, the community around us, and then globally, and how our agency, sense of belonging, and our voice relates on each one of these levels with maintaining this authenticity to self and trueness to self. So our students reflected on all of these areas. Then we talked about practices that are already here, such as establishing mindful moment spaces. So the mental health centers or the mindfulness cafe that was mentioned earlier. So we have mindful moment spaces in our classrooms. Ms. Jackson, for example, has a space where students can sit and work on puzzles, or another space where you can just doodle or use sensory tools. We also have a mindful moment space that is for the school, and an area where students can just take a break, a brain break. The students also highlighted we have been working on a community garden. This was an idea that came up, and building the beds, the plant beds, the raised beds, yes, and then planting and then harvesting and connecting through this with nature and with each other in that.
That was born out of a partnership that we have with Boston University, and they're doing a project called Geographies of Care. So we've been working on this project for the past 3 years, and it was like a 3 to 5 year plan, where we use gardening and understanding how to grow foods and vegetables and plants to teach the students how to have stronger relationships and care for the plants that we're serving and the people that we have here. So that is a very strong partnership, and we have community days where we meet with our BU partners to continue and build on this work over time. So another one of the mindful moment spaces is that most teachers have plants in their classrooms as well, as a reminder for the students, as a reminder to the students about our Geographies of Care project, and as also another way to kind of take a break and also show care in the classroom and show care for the plants and the environment. So I think that's like one of our biggest connectors to building those relationships and building community here. And I know specifically in my class, we started off with just like doing some small gardening in the school. And then that branched out to building raised beds, calculating the areas and the surface areas to paint them together to get the soil from the community, to fill them, to go shopping and picking the different plants and fruits and vegetables, and then watching them grow, and then picking them and using them to make tea, to make our scent bags and different things like that. And I think those things really help build community here at Community Academy. We try to provide experiences that the students would not necessarily have, and especially experiences that they may have missed being reassigned to our school. So like, for example, we hold a prom for all of the students. It's not only for the seniors, because we have students at all ages, at all grades, and they're at all levels. And so someone may have missed their opportunity to have prom at their, first school, or their home school, I should say. So we kind of try to provide those type of authentic opportunities where they can build community and have the same type of learning, social experiences that other schools have. And they're just not, kind of pushed to the sideline because their challenges are, just different from the typical population of students. Yeah.
There's more, we realize we only have so much airtime, so basically we would segue from what we're doing now, which is just some of the practices, and we talk about what we would potentially do in the future, if given the opportunity, things that we think would really enrich the student experience that much more. For example, we have our community garden, so we were thinking about having a farmers market. We bring in, we're smack dab in the middle of the city, right? So we're in a residential area. There are businesses down the street, there are houses across the street. And so potentially by having like an open farmers market open to the community, that's also another way to kind of foster that sense of belonging, purpose. We could also potentially form partnerships with nearby institutions, whether it be university partnerships, small business partnerships, or anything in between, to give our students internships that they would essentially report to routinely throughout the week, and then have that translate into some type of curricula or assignment in the building to kind of foster that sense of, what the workforce would look like through authentic experience, and kind of help them connect what they're learning in the classroom to the broader world. Additionally, there's a whole suite of additional sensory experiences and healing practices that are culturally informed, whether it be from the continent itself and beyond. But we won't take up too much airtime. I think you have the gist of what we hope to present. So thank you for being so patient. Appreciate you.
We appreciate your coming, and we appreciate if you will let the students know also that this is being recorded and it'll be on the website. So if they wanted to see what some of the other teams have shared, that might be, they might enjoy that they'd be able to do that. Are there one or two comments or questions for the Boston team? Lisa?
So I wanted to just share with you, I really like the connection, some of the things that you mentioned. There's a lot of the things that we have done here at our school at Health Leadership High School, but also too, that is some that are still coming in the work in progress. So the community garden, we actually have every advisory class that will have their garden beds, and we're turning it into, the future is to have a farmer's market as well, really bringing in the community, just like you had mentioned. So I really enjoyed that you're doing that at your school. Also too, you also talked about the holistic approach. That is one thing that we're really heavy on here at our school as well, is that holistic approach. So teaching our students that connectivity of not only within the culture, but how do you, the positive mindsets, the healing center that my students were talking about earlier, the mindful yoga, and really approaching that in together with their education in the schools. And it's really nice to hear that there are other schools such as yours that are doing that as well.
Any other?
Yes, Johan and Mr. Martinez's Cam had a question.
Please.
I agree with your guys' program. We have something similar to that here at our school, and it's really helped me and a lot of other students here. And then,
All right, I don't want to cut us short, but I do want to turn us over to Greg because we have a whole lot of information that he's going to walk through with us about where we're going to head next. And I can see we're starting to lose some people. So please forgive me if I'm reducing the making brief our comment time here so that I can turn it over to Greg.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Can everybody see the webpage that's up currently? It's going to be a real quick run through of this page with just highlights on two places. This information here now is updated. It's available on the website right up here under exhibitor information. Has all the information you need to know, things you can look at, download, links to maps and whatnot. Just in case you said, oh, from that email, oh, where was that email? You can just come to this webpage and see the information that you need for the upcoming event on the 1st. And it will be updated as we get more information. The bit I'm going to concentrate on is this printed materials section right here to let you know that EGC will be providing each team with a series of posters, if you want them, to display on your tabletop at the event. And it gives you the what you can come up with, which are two 24 by 36 poster board mounted posters with easels, which you can present on your table, and one 18 by 24 table poster mounted with an easel. Your table will also have your school's name and logo on a separate sign, also provided by us. And it gives you the requirements when I'm looking for the tabletop and my email to send me your school logo and the way you would like your school's name presented on that identifying poster for your table. The posters, you all are so creative, I can just tell. You create what you want for the posters that you need. If you only want one or two or all of them, it's all up to you. If you need some inspiration, here's some from last year's. In fact, Health Leadership is one of the posters that's on here from last year. Just take a look, see how they did it last year. It might give you some ideas. Here are the requirements right here of what I need to get them done. If you have any questions, please email me. My email's here again. You upload to these either direct this link and it'll take you to a Google Drive and you'll just drop your PDFs in there. Or if you want to do it from another device, there's the QR code. We're also putting together a team video, which we're going to show at the gathering breakfast when we all come together on the 1st at breakfast. It just make a video, quick 2-3 minute video of everybody introducing your team member, your school. Get as creative as you want, film it outside, film it just, hi, I'm Greg, I'm from here, and I'm a part of this team from this school. Let your creativity run wild. And again, there are links to where when you're done, upload the team video. The schools that were with us last year, you did such a great job. You know all the things to do for that. Again, if you have any questions, my email is on the page. I'm going to drop the link into the chat right now to that page. And well, I will do that now. And if you have any questions now, let's have them. and you all did awesome. Every team has done. I can't wait to see y'all in April and meet you in person.
So that page is new. If you're thinking, well, why didn't I see that page when I was on the website? It's because Greg had it hidden till today. He just made it so you could see it. And if you have any questions about what you want to upload, don't hesitate to let us know. On the front page of the website is also the link to registration. That's to register for the actual showcase.
There's also a link, a registration link on that page that I just put the thing into. It's everywhere.
So do you have some questions, any questions for us? Because this is actually the last time we're going to come together before you arrive in Washington, D.C. on March 31st. Nada?
Health leadership is good, Miss Linda. Thank you.
Please. Oh, you're good. Okay, thank you, Boston. All right, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds. It's going to be a great experience. If you need something, say something. Otherwise, see you.